we talked about Silksong. We're going to continue in our closing segment today, the Silksong love. And we kind of made fun of it. It's been 7 years since Silksong came out. And so, Devin, I have made a list here of my favorite 11 Metroidvania games that I played between Hollow Knight and now, 7 years later, when Silksong is going to come out. And I just want to see how many of them you can guess. I think you'll know a few. Some of them I don't know that you'll get to. But either way, this is kind of like a quicker version of this segment that we've done before. Again, I think Hollow Knight is my favorite Metroidvania game of all time. I haven't included any like older ones, like Castlevania isn't on this list, even though some of those are great. Like Symphony of the Night and the ones on the Game Boy Advance, Circle of the Moon and stuff. I really loved those too, but I'm talking about ones that have come out in probably the same amount of time too. So there's 11 on this list. Devin, I gave you no warning, so this is going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to let you guess until you can't guess anymore, and then I'll just start revealing them from like 11 down to 1 if you're like out of ideas. So, have any guesses before I start with number 11?
Animal Well.
Nice work. Animal Well is my number 2. I did not think you would get that one because it's not combat focused. And so it might be a little sneaky that I put it on there. It's more of a puzzle game. There's no combat. Other than that like creepy cat that tries to like
oh heck yeah, we're starting off strong. But okay.
Nice job. Animal Well
out of the way was with 9 souls.
Well, yeah. I guess you know my gaming tastes a bit, but yeah, number 1 is 9 souls. Love that game.
It was fantastic.
Yeah. It was. It makes me nervous. Like, again, we just talked about this, like the really high standard and expectation for Silksong after Hollow Knight. I feel like there's been some really good games that have come out in the same genre since then, and I keep like picturing this like perfect game in my head. Like Silksong is going to be like a 12 out of 10, and that's not fair because like 9 souls is already excellent. So good.
It was way good, yeah.
So that was my number 1. So good job, Devin. You've got my 1 and 2 in your first 2 guesses.
Wow. Did you play Salt and Sanctuary?
I did play that one for a minute. I didn't put it on here because I didn't get far enough in it, and it's more of like a Souls. There is some Metroidvania stuff in it with like you unlocking shortcuts and stuff, but it's more of like a Souls-like kind
of. Then I say Ender Lilies or Ender Magnolia. Either one of those?
Yeah, they're both on here, so good call.
Huge.
I have them at 3, 4. What do I have them at? 4 and 5 actually. I like the first one, Ender Lilies, slightly better, just because I think it was a little simpler. Didn't have the ranged weapons like as much.
Yeah, and I think that it was harder.
I think it was harder because of that.
Yeah.
And I think so it seemed a little more traditional because of that too. And I feel like it was just, even though the second one has a much better map, which is like such an upgrade, the first one was just kind of a lot of rectangles. I feel like the slightly smaller scope and like the fact that it was kind of surprising was a cool idea with like the spirits kind of coming out and like popping out in front of the girl when you hit your attack instead of like her doing the attacking. Very nice artwork, and the soundtrack is surprisingly very good too. So yeah, I love that one. That's 4 and 5. There. So you're on a tear.
I'm tearing through. Blasphemy.
Oh, good guess. Blasphemous. I have not played that, to be honest. I actually looked it up. Yeah, just a couple weeks ago from that list. I was like, I need to play this, but I don't own it on PlayStation. It wasn't on sale. It's like, I'm not gonna spend $25 right now. So
I'm gonna guess Prince of Persia.
That is on my list. Good job. That is I don't have them written down here in the right spot, but I think I have that one at number 3, 4, 5. That one is at number 7. So you've got 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11 left.
I don't think this is gonna fit the genre, but I just want to guess Celeste.
I love Celeste, one of my favorite games, but nope, not Celeste. That one's more of just a pure platforming game.
Oh man, I'm drawing blanks now. I feel like I've gone through like all my knowledge of Metroidvania games that are relatively new.
There's of the ones there are two more that I thought you might guess, but they are like a little smaller and more indie. And then the other ones I didn't think you would get to, so I think you've done very well.
Uh, hmm. I'm gonna start needing hints or something,
Okay. Let's
or just hit me with like
yeah, I'll
the
just hit you
highest
with the
number.
last one. My
Mhm.
last one's called Axiom Verge.
Would have never said that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I knew you wouldn't. It's kind of like Metroid like, but you get some cool weapons and guns. I need to play the second one. That was my I think I actually have 12 on this list if I'm not mistaken. I think that was the last one that I had. Made by one person. He did all of the art, the gameplay, the
Wow.
music by himself. Kind of crazy. Next one up is called Forged in Shadow Torch. Or they call it Fist for short. I think it was made by like an Asian company as well. It's cool. Like the main character is like this strange looking bunny rabbit with this huge robot arm.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. So there's like crazy like animals like that. It's a pretty cool one. Very unique.
That opens up my mind to Tales of Iron.
Nice work. That was
Oh.
those are right after, well, I guess there's one between. So Ender Lilies was 4 and 5. Then there's 6. Those are 7 and 8 for me. So Tales of Iron 1 and 2. I couldn't decide which one. The second one's a little more fleshed out, but I thought a smidge bloated. Um, but I loved both of those. They're great. Kind of a little more visceral and heavy combat in those. Good guessing. Any other guesses before I reveal the next one?
No.
Okay. So we had 12, 11, 10 is Iconoclasts, and I played this one on my Vita. This one has very cool
He's
artwork.
making up games at this point.
The main character is like this girl that has like a wrench, and you like has this like cool story where you're trying to like take down this like weird religion and or government. It's fun, colorful, fun. That one probably came out before Hollow Knight, to be honest, but I didn't play it until after, so that's why it's on here. So we've got that one. I'm getting my numbers mixed up. I should have numbered these. The next one up is one I think you've probably played, but I don't know if you'll remember it. This is Guacamelee and Guacamelee
I've
2.
seen a little bit of it. I've probably dabbled slightly.
They're really fun because they're the like artwork is so colorful, and it's kind of like a beat 'em up,
Mm-hmm.
where you're just like you're doing a ton of like punching and fighting, but you can also like dodge roll through like enemy attacks, and it gets a little tough, but then it has like some fun humor in it as well, and then obviously you get new abilities like the double jump and like wall jumping, and um, it's a great Metroidvania. And I think the second one and maybe even the first one you can play completely in co-op, which is fun too.
Oh, that's amazing.
So those are on there too. I think you're now only missing one, my number 3, which I don't think you will have heard of. I think it's the most underrated Metroidvania game that I've ever played. It totally caught me off guard. I bought it without even hearing anything about it, and it's from a tiny little team. I can't remember if the name of the team or the publisher is December Born, but it's called Cathedral,
Hmm.
and it has this cool. You're like this knight. It's like red armor and has some very catchy music. And I just really loved it. It's like I don't know the right way to explain it. It's like maybe a little more simplistic and kind of going for like NES vibes than some of these other ones, but was surprisingly longer and had like cooler ideas and boss fights and like fun than I was expecting. So this might be coming back to the same opinion or like thought of like expectations can change like my opinion of something drastically. I had zero expectations for this game and it was like I was like, wow, this is like really awesome. And so 3 might even be too high for it, but because of those expectations it shot up. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
I'm nervous that my infinite expectations for Silksong are going to I don't know, make me like it less, which isn't fair to the game, but we just kind of do it with everything. I think that's all of them now, Devin. So we got Nine Souls, Animal Well, Cathedral, Tales of Iron 1 and 2. I'm not saying these in the right order. Tales of Iron 1 and 2, Ender Lilies and Ender Magnolia, Guacamelee, 2, Iconoclast, Forged and Shadow Torch, Axiom Verge, and then the Prince of Persia, new Prince of Persia game. That one was excellent as well. Cool boss fight, especially the one with the snake. So, anyways, those are my favorite Metroidvania games that I've played. It's also kind of funny that some of these have teams have made multiple games in the time that it's taken.
Wow.
You know, you got Ender Lilies 1 and 2, Tales of Iron 1 and 2, Guacamelee 2. Guacamelee 1 probably came out in about this like few years before. So it just has been a long time. I'm super pumped for the next game from the Nine Souls team too, though. Like if they make a sequel to that, or
yeah,
it's just super excellent. I guess Devin, of those, what I think I play this genre a little more than you do, but what was your favorite game of this genre that you've played since Hollow Knight?
I mean, I think that it has to be Nine Souls.
Yeah.
It was so difficult, but mastering the strange mechanics of that game was a blast. The mechanics in that game were very weird. It had some weird things with the parry system and the dodging that took me an hour or two to understand.
Once you get good at the parrying, though, the combat's very pretty. It's like Sekiro. You're like dancing with the boss.
Oh
like,
yeah,
boom, boom, boom,
sure.
parry, parry, parry. Like then you can do like a long parry as well. I think it's like to like parry their like red attacks or something. And yeah,
right,
so good.
Yep, true.
Yeah, exactly. The long parry. Yeah, he does that with his hands. Love it. You did that very well. So, anyways, those are my favorite Metroidvania games from the last little bit. I do like the classics, like we mentioned, Castlevania, kind of being the king there, and Metroid Prime. Very excited for Metroid Prime 4, which is kind of a Metroidvania game in 3D, which is kind of cool as well. So yeah, tons of great games in this genre that I love a lot, and we're very excited for Silksong.